You ever have a night that just doesn't add up? A moment where the familiar flow of time seems to fracture, leaving a void you can't explain? It's a quiet alarm bell telling you something is fundamentally wrong. Imagine this. You're driving home with friends. The kind of night that feels infinite. Windows down, music up, laughing about nothing. Just another late night cruise, a perfect memory in the making. But then you blink and everything changes. That's exactly what happened to a group of friends one ordinary night. They were supposed to be home by midnight. They pull into the driveway. The clock reads nearly 4 a.m. 4 hours gone, vanished into thin air. They scramble for an explanation. No wild detours, no stops. They check their phones. No activity for hours. No memory of anything strange. Just a gap, an emptiness. They brushed it off at first. Maybe the clock was wrong. Maybe they'd lost track of time. But how could they all lose 4 hours simultaneously? But the confusion lingered, festering into a quiet dread. They felt drained, a bone-weary exhaustion sleep couldn't fix. Unsettled. None could remember the last stretch of road. It was a complete blank. Days turned into weeks. Desperate, they tried something most would never consider: hypnosis. The void in their memory was too terrifying to ignore. One by one they sat, closed their eyes, and let their minds drift back to that missing time. What they described next was chilling. A sudden blinding light flooded the car, a strange humming silence. Figures, tall, thin, not quite human, standing by the roadside, watching. Then nothing. A sense of floating, of paralysis, being examined on a cold surface. Voices in their heads that weren't their own, asking questions without sound. When the sessions ended, every friend remembered the same thing, the same impossible lights, the same otherworldly beings, the same overwhelming fear. The details were too specific, too bizarre to be coincidence. It was like their memories were wiped until hypnosis pulled them back from the brink. Skeptics say it's the mind playing tricks. A case of highway hypnosis magnified by sleep deprivation, suggestibility, and the power of a shared story. But how do you explain the matching details that emerged independently, or the physical symptoms that appeared the next day? Recurring nosebleeds, strange marks on their skin, and nightmares that wouldn't fade. Cases like this aren't rare. All over the world, people report missing time, hours vanishing after a bright light, or a strange encounter on a lonely road. It's a global phenomenon, whispered about in quiet corners. Some never remember, left with only a nagging void. Others, under hypnosis, reveal stories straight out of science fiction. So what really happened that night? Was it a collective delusion born of exhaustion, or did they stumble into something far stranger? A trick of the mind, or something that watches from the dark? Maybe we'll never know.